What's up, my Central Unit? Is the Central Man here. So this is gonna be a brand new series on his channel. I'm gonna start doing some movie reviews. So the first installment of this new series, I'm gonna review Toy Story 1. Before the start of this movie review, I did a movie review. I think it was this past summer. I think it was June or July or even in May of 2019, I did a movie review. I review Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I think it was a disappointment for me. I think it was kind of like I was kind of stuttering. I was kind of trying to focus on the top. What I'm trying to come up with topics to talk about on that film. It was about an hour long review, so it was kind of disappointed. So you know, so in this movie review, Toy Story, instead of like an hour long review, it's gonna be a 45-minute review. Yeah, I'll try to get into the story, the plot of the film. So yeah, Toy Story 1. This was about 1995 for the UK, not UK, but the US fans. I think it was 1995. So it's basically, this year for it was the 25th anniversary of the release of this film. For the UK, it was released in 1996. I was born in 94. I kind of watched it years later. I think it was about like somewhere about 98, 99. So I think this is basically Disney's first 3D film. But I know it's not really part of Disney, it's Pixar. This is basically Pixar's first ever film. Without this film, I don't think Pixar will be successful. I don't think it will be successful if Toy Story won't be that success. If it was a failure, I think it'll be a disaster, man. I'll get to that a little bit soon. So yeah, Toy Story. I'm gonna go into the cast for this film. Tom Hanks plays Woody. Woody is like this sheriff. He's became a little bit of a jerk in this film. I like Tom Hanks. He's a good actor. I don't really watch his live action stuff. His live action movies. Like the two. I think he doesn't really do a lot of anime movies. Like Toy Story, like Polar Express. That was a very underrated Christmas film. Let me see. He's kind of like an established star at the time. With the films like Forrest Gump and let's see, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13. Yeah, I didn't really see the films like was it the Da Vinci Code, Captain Phillips. I need to start watch a lot of I think he was in the film with Denzel Washington. Was it Philadelphia? Yeah, I need to start watching a lot of Tom Hanks live action film. Tim Allen plays Buzz Lightyear. He's kind of like Woody's rival of this kid Andy's. He's basically like Andy's before Buzz. Andy's favorite toy is Woody, and then when Buzz in the picture, he started to be Andy's new favorite. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear play like Tim Allen voice of Buzz Lightyear. I think his previous career in film or in this business was basically he appeared in the comedy film, not comedy film, but a comedy called Home Improvement, and then after that he went on to do the was it the Santa Claus film. Number one, the films, number one, number two, number three, over the next decade. So really, you got John Ratzenberger. He appeared in he appeared in a comedy called Cheers, and also he went on to appeared in more Pixar films. After Toy Story, he's appeared in a lot of Pixar films like Bugs Life, Monsters Inc., Incredibles, Ratatouille. Think Up. He's been in a lot of Pixar films. You know, John Ratzenberger. He plays. You know, John Ratzenberger. Yeah, he plays. Yeah, John Ratzenberger plays Ham, the piggy bank. And then you got Don Rickles, the late great Don Rickles. He plays Mr. Potato Head. You know, the reasons I late great Don Rickles, but the reason I say that because he passed away in 2017. This is basically 2 years before of Toy Story 4. It's a damn shame he's not around. Oh, let me see. Jim Varney plays the Slinky Dog, and he died. He died in 1999. I'm guessing that was before or after Toy Story 2. So basically, Toy Story 2 was basically his last film before he got. I think he got murdered. I'm not too sure how he died. And yeah, and also Wallace Shawn. Wallace Shawn plays Rex. He plays like this type of cowardly dinosaur. Like with Don Rickles' character, he plays this type of grumpy, cynic guy, and you know, like if you play a Mr. Potato Head toy, you can like customize the character. I like I think it was I don't know if that was after the release of the film and people start playing Mr. Potato toys. I like ours. I used to have one as a little kid. You can customize your own. Anyway, okay, into the film. Yeah, this is basically Pixar's first film. It's the first of many Pixar films for the next decade and a half. You know, with the Bugs Life, Incredibles, Up, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, WALL-E. Fucking hate that movie. So, anyway, so the plot begins with Andy. Andy's the kid and also the voice of Andy, who went on to do voice of the next 4 Toy Story films. Never knew that. Anyway, he plays like Mr. Potato Head is like what's his name? One-Eyed Bert. He's kind of like robbing a bank, and then you got like you got like and also they kind of reference it in the third film. Like I got my I I got my force field dog, and then I got my dinosaurs who eat force field dogs. You know, that reference in the third film. I'll probably do that review on it in the next not in the next film, but in the future review. See, yeah, it had like you got like Andy's sister, what is it called, Molly? He kind of like break. He didn't break Mr. Potato Head. He kind of like remove his facials, you know, like his ears, his eyes, his mustache, you know. Yeah, and also you got A Friend in Me. That was like sung by Randy Newman. Randy Newman, I like Randy Newman. Like from Toy Story 3, he's like what's the song? You belong together. You know, I'm not, that's from Toy Story 3. Like with Toy Story, you got a friend of me is really good. It's very iconic. See, in the plot of this, like Andy I think like check is his second name is Davis, so the Davis family are going to leave the house. They're moving, and they decide to have Andy's birthday party earlier. And the funny part with Mr. Potato Head, he's trying to impress Ham. It's like, hey Ham, I'm Picasso. Young, he called him an ungrateful swine. And then you got this walking hockey puck. It's like, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at you, hockey puck? Fucking like Don Rickles, man, in that role. Oh yeah, and and also like Woody did at a meeting, like they decided they're planning, because he find out that they're having an early birthday party, they're moving away because they're doing like operation which birthday presents Andy got. You had Andy's you got the soldiers. Yeah, like you had the fucking the soldier toy soldiers. They were like near the hallway, and Andy Mon stepped on it. I think they did they did some references in this film. Like I think they did the reference to Saving Private Ryan. I think it was before or after the film. No, you didn't really. I don't think it's after the film. I think it was before the film. I'm talking about Toy Story. The Saving Private Ryan. I think that was like somewhere in the early 90s. I think it was about 93. And also like Rex was getting Aggie. He was just he's so excited. He's like, I want to see the next present. And all of a sudden they had this baby monitor. Rex was kind of wobbling, kind of like shaking the table, and then unfortunately the the fucking the radio, the monitor fall off, and he kind of the batteries come off. It didn't like completely destroyed it. The batteries came off, and then the toys are trying to put the batteries. They're trying to put the batteries back into its place, but instead they couldn't even get it right. What it says? What minus up, like plus is up, minus down. And then you got like basically you had Andy's friends. Andy's friends kind of like into Andy's room, trashing stuff, and then all of a sudden Andy's birthday. Andy's mom said birthday. It was food, and then all of a sudden you got this big toy. This box. It was a massive box. It's a Buzz Lightyear toy, action figure or toy, and this was the introduction of Buzz Lightyear. It's like, trying to do, like, and Buzz's character in this film is basically pretending that he thinks he's human. He thinks he's like an actual space ranger. Like he thinks he's in a different planet, and my ship is destroyed. Like with Woody, he's like, Buzz, he's plastic. He's got full of circuit boards. He has some buttons to say something. With Woody, he has like this string with the voice box inside him. Inside of Woody's like full of stuffing. Cotton wool, and basically a tape recorder to say his catchphrase like "Reach for the sky," "Someone, you're my favorite deputy," "Someone's poisoned the water hole." That's what basically Woody's catchphrase every time someone pulls his string. And also, and also the other toys are mocking Woody because Buzz only says press the buttons, and Woody always pulls with the string, because Buzz is more cooler than Woody. And then they did this stunt like to infinity and beyond. He does. Like he kind of ride around on the Hot Wheels track. I think he ride on that like this globe. Woody's starting to get jealous because he's like, that's not flying, that's falling with style. And also like there were like some montage, like they were like working out, and Mr. Potato Head was about to lift this I don't call it a barbell. I think it was a pencil with toy little weights, and he can't try to pick it up, and his arms can't completely fall off. So he's kind of like getting jealous, and also in the start of the film, he had like these Andy has like this toy, not toy, but had this Woody merchandise, like the cover posters, and when he had Buzz, he kind of changed all that, having like Buzz Lightyear like cover and posters, and you can tell like Andy's, because Buzz is basically Andy's new favorite, and Woody's kind of like sleeping in this chest, and so I'm thinking so anyway yeah, and then also like you had like you had basically you had other toys like Buzz, like showing like the Andy. You know, every time if you play it with if you had a Toy Story toy, like if it's Woody or Buzz, not really Buzz with Woody, he has this he has this letter, he has like type around his boot says Andy, you know, with a magic marker part below his boot, and you know, Mark, you know, like he's part of you know, completely part of the family, you know. Anyway, so yeah, you can tell, but yeah, Woody's starting to be like jealous because he's starting to be not Andy's favorites. You know, like okay, I know the funny part also during this in the first two, I think it was the first two films. You know, the helmet thing, like you know, he kind of turned off when Woody turned, you know, every time like in the first film, Woody turned up like kind of turned off Buzz's helmet, and then Buzz turned off the other Buzz from Toy Story 2. He does that choke thing. That was funny. A bit. Some people find it annoying, but I find it a little funny. With like, yeah, I think he's choking. You know, that's Buzz's gimmick. He thinks he's in a different planet. He's in planet Earth. You know. You say, the air is breathable. How dare you remove a Space Ranger's helmet on an uncharted planet? You know, my eyeballs will be sucked out its sockets. And he's like he's kind of mocking Buzz, like, you think you're an actual space ranger? I thought you're just a hack. It's just like funny. He's mocking Buzz. You can tell there was a little bit, not really friction, but you can tell. And also in it, the villain of this film is Sid. Sid is the only human villain in this trilogy. I haven't saw Toy Story 4 yet. Don't really give me the spoilers. Like in Toy Story 2, you had Prospector, Stinky Pete. In the third film, you had Lotso, Hugging Bear. Sid is like a kid who destroy toys just for fun. I'm guessing like with Sid, I think he's a much older than Andy. Andy's probably about 9, 11. Probably 9. I think he's about 9 years old. With Sid, he's got to be like 12, 13 years old. He's the kid with the skull t-shirts, you know, skull and crossbone t-shirts. And someone did a video, you know, did a Toy Story 3 theory that he came back in the third film as a bin man or rubbish man or garbage man. You know. Anyway, so yeah, they're like, you know, he basically destroys toys just for fun. Anyway, let's get back to the piece of and also they had this piece of planet thing, like Buzz, like, yeah, Woody was shaking on like that fortune ball if Andy's gonna pick him to go to piece of planet. It's like, can Andy pick me? Can Andy pick me? It's like, don't count on it. And he kind of throwed the fortune ball. He kind of, I don't think he threw it in under the window. He kind of trapped on like type of desk area. And then he's trying to sabotage Buzz, like there was like this, you know, like he got like set up that like the globe is falling, and it's rolling, and then all of a sudden like he got knocked off by the window, he got hit by the lamp and got knocked off the window, and then you got the I think it's called the car, find out, you know. And Don Rickles, Mr. Potato Head, says, this thing, this thing is no accident. Humpty Dumpty was knocked over by Woody. Come on. You can't believe this, Potato Head. That's Mr. Potato, you backstabber and murderer. And also, like, you know, they were about to kill Woody because killing Buzz, like, you had the fucking toy soldiers, you know, trying to attack them. And then, and very funny. And then you got Sketch and Mr. Potato Head. They draw like a hanged. And also they did a death threat. They did a death threat on a kid's TV movie. And Buzz wasn't dead. He was kind of like riding on the below the car. And they're in like in this gas station. And yeah, they had this fight. And also like Buzz was covered, like his helmet was covered with, I think it was a fly or something, and they were fighting. They were fighting, and then and the car the car was gone away. It's like, they left me. I'm lost. I'm a lost toy. I fucking like Tom Hanks. This is one of his favorite roles in his movie career, and I like the "You Are the Toy" thing. It was again like and also they did a reference to Star Wars, like the like evil Emperor Zurg is building a weapon to destroy a planet. That's just referencing the Death Star from Star Wars, and and also because he blamed Woody because he's I'm late for his rendezvous point at Star Command, and Woody says, "You are a toy. You're not a real life Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure. You are the child's plaything. You are a sad, strange little man." Yeah, that's really Buzz's character. Anyway. We're so far halfway in this review. I'm gonna fast forward. So they're basically like they went to Pizza Planet. They're in this like claw machine, and he saw Sid. He was playing with the Wacko. I think it was Wacko-Mo type of thing. And then also he went to the claw machine. He saw Buzz Lightyear, and he got him. He not got Buzz. He got Woody instead. And he saw Spud. Spud is Sid's dog. I don't know what breed is that. Is that a pit bull? I'm not too sure. And also they won that toy Aliens. The Aliens was kind of like one part of the landmark of the show in the trilogy's history. I like some of the aliens, like those toy aliens that are green wearing the blue outfits. It's hard to explain. They appeared in the spin-off, Buzz Lightyear at Star Command. Anyway, they're in Sid's house, and they also did like the alien got ripped apart by Sid, and then he got these toys that Sid destroyed over the years. You had one with the doll with the spider, the mechanical spider claw. You had one with the we had this toy duck's head with the muscle man's body. You got a man's head with the roller, the doll with the toy fishing rod. So, I'm not gonna explain all of it, but they all play a massive part in later on the plot. And also like Buzz they kind of hide. Like they kind of hide into, I think it was Sid's dad, and he saw like an advert with Buzz Lightyear toy action figure advert, and he found out he's not really a toy, and he kind of attempt to fly out of the window, but instead he couldn't fly, and then all of a sudden his arm came out, and also sung by Randy Newman. They don't go sailing no more. It's really good. And also you had Sid's younger sister Anna saw Buzz, and they had this tea party. He called Buzz Mrs. Misfit. It's funny part of Tim Allen. He's so like lost it, have a bit of a mental breakdown. You see, don't you get it? You see this hat? I am Mrs. Misfit. And then he had Woody he kind of slightly turned off his helmet, smacked him with his arm, trying to snap out of it because he thinks he's all my years of training gone. He thinks you gotta realize he's just a toy. And also Woody, they're in this fucking. They're trying to help the other toys from the other side to, they had the Christmas light. They're trying to cross the other side. Woody, where's Buzz? I thought, because Mr. Potato Head's not buying it, and Woody's just playing with his toy, just playing with Buzz's arm. And then Mr. Potato Head said, "What are you trying to pull?" Nothing. And they found out Woody, I think he officially killed Buzz, but instead, Buzz was basically just still, I don't know how to Buzz at this point. And then also the toys, the other toys, and also in some parts of the film, he clicked on Buzz's back to do the karate chop. Oh yeah, the mistreatable toys. They thought he's gonna kill Buzz, but instead they put Buzz back together, put his arm back together again. And also during that Sid seen like he stole Anna's toy, Sid's sister. He kind of detached the doll into the pterodactyl's head onto the doll, and then they put it, and also they fixed them up. So anyway, when it's raining and Buzz, I had this thing about Buzz, like, you kind of give up. It's like he kind of give up. It's like, I'm just a toy, a stupid, useless toy. And Buzz trying to get, Woody's trying to like give up. Trying to trying to bring up the light side. Like, being the toy is much better than being the Space Ranger. The helmet's doing the wish thing. You can talk, you can talk. You're Andy's toy. You're more, and then also like you're cooler than me. You got the, he pulls onto his string. I deserve to be blow up. And also Sid's plans to trying to blow up Woody. You got that like firework rocket. Instead, he wants to blow up Buzz instead. And all of a sudden, they're about to trying to get out, but instead they run out of time. The fucking long clock was going. It wasn't daytime. I think it was still in the day. It wasn't nighttime. I think it was. Is that nighttime or daytime? I'm not really 100% sure. Basically, Sid was napping, and then they're starting to do it, and then you got like Woody and the other Mystery Toys trying to work together to save Buzz. So yeah, they had the plan. They had a massive plan. One to look out for Spud the dog. He's basically the co-villain in this film. And meanwhile, Sid is basically doing his I think they did references the moonwalk. Like when what's it called? Neil Armstrong was the first man in the human race to go into the moon. So he saw Woody and it says, he only talks when humans not around. It's like, it's like, reach for the sky. Someone's poisoned the water hole. And Sid said, man, this busted. He's like, who you calling busted? Busted. And he's saying without moving his lips, like, we don't like being torn apart, blown apart. And then he saw the massive toys coming out. I think and also he did the whole thing, the head moving thing. I don't know what reference is that. I don't know what movie they reference. I'm not too sure. It's like, we're gonna find out, Sid. We can see anything. That's what he says. And say, so play nice. And he kind of had I think Sid had a phobia with toys. He thinks the toys are alive. And it's like, and then you see Sally with the other toy doll. Say, nice dolly, and he run upstairs. And then they're trying to find him with the moving truck. They're trying to like, Buzz was still attached with the rocket. And then all of a sudden you got Spud was sleeping. He was sleeping in the outside of the door, and he saw Buzz and Woody walking around. And then they managed to onto that truck. He had this black this, I don't know what it is, this type of rope. And then Spud kind of like bites up Woody's leg. He's like, get off me, you stupid dog. I can't do it. Take care of Andy for me. And Buzz is basically trying to sacrifice himself to save Woody. And then all of a sudden he went to the truck, and then he's trying to do it again with the car. And this time the toys stopped Woody and then beat the crap out of him. There's this muscly man toy throwing him apart, doing some wrestling moves on Woody, and they throw him out of the truck. It's like, haha, so long, Woody. And then the car, and then they got the car. And then the drive with the car, and the car was kind of like running out of batteries. The Spud was kind of like trapped near the piles of cars. They couldn't get past because the dog was blocking the road. Anyway, unfortunately the car kind of like ran out of batteries, and then oh yeah, it's like, Woody. Buzz says, Woody, The rocket, the match. Thank you, Sid. He was about to lit the rocket, and instead the car kind of drive by and kind of like put out the match. And he's like, no, 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 no. So and also he did it again. He kind of grabbed the hand. He kind of like lit the rocket by his hand, Woody, and all of a sudden the car kind of the car kind of spoom, kind of like soon, kind of like exploded. It didn't explode. It kind of soon faster, accelerate faster, and then the car kind of like crash into the truck, and so in two attempts, Mr. Potato Head kind of like got not he kind of like got broken a bit. You know, the facial falling apart again. When he said at one point said when they're about to toss Woody out of the truck, he said, "Toss them overboard." And also, you got this type of binocular says it's Woody, and Buzz, and Rex says, "Great, I got girls." And also early on in the movie, they tell him, Buzz teaching Rex how to roar, and he roar at Mr. Potato Head, and his facial expression, his facial parts kind of fall apart. Anyway, it's like, this is not, Woody said, this is the part of we're gonna blow up, not today, and he kind of pressed that button to make his to release his wings, and then Buzz, you're flying. This is not flying. This is falling with style. He kind of like he was going for the truck and say, Buzz, we're missing the truck. We're not aiming for the truck. And then he landed into Andy's car, Andy's mum's car, and then Andy's just found Buzz and Woody. It's like, Mom, I found him near the car, and then they give themselves a wink. And also at Christmas time, they also reference he got Mrs. Potato Head. That really planted the seeds for the second film. And also they got a new dog, and they got a bit of like this nervous type of smile. They thought they're getting replaced, but they're not getting replaced. So, and also like you got Bo Peep kissing Woody. So that's basically the end of the plot. If I miss out most of the plot, maybe I don't remember it. It's been a very long time since I saw Toy Story. I think it was about nearly a decade ago. Toy Story was part of my childhood. And also, this was a good success. I'm not really 100% sure they won awards. I think if they did, they did. I think without this success of the film, I don't think Pixar will do well. I think it'll be a massive flop. There will be no Bugs Life, Credibles, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, Up. I'm not a big fan of Brave, and that's what it is. And also there won't be no sequels like 2, 3, 4. Even like they did a spin-off anime series called Buzz Lightyear Star Command. Instead of Tim Allen voices Buzz Lightyear, it'll be Patrick Warburton. Patrick Warburton, he's one of my voice actors. Joe Swanson, Kronk from Emperor's New Groove, New School, Kronk's New Groove. That'll be another movie in the near future. So, anyway, I get my rating for this film. I'll give it 5 stars, man. I think it was just like it's a good movie, one of the best anime movies of all time. Right, got me in the top 10. I think it's just the way it is. All about toys. It's they kind of like think outside the box. This is basically Disney's first 3D film, I think. I know it's not part of Disney, but it's laid part of Disney Pixar. Because Pixar later on is part of Disney, just because it's not I think it had the Disney logo, but Pixar kind of like trying to make their own movies, trying to be the alternative to Disney. And also without it, I don't think DreamWorks will not expire the idea with Pixar. I don't think it will compete with Pixar with the success with Shrek and Madagascar and probably the next the new, and also they did 2D films, but the 3D films in the 2000s won't be successful if Toy Story won't be successful, man. And Joel Ratzenberger will never went on to do a lot of cameo appearances in in the future upcoming films after Toy Story in the 90s, 2000. I don't really do much in 2010, alongside doing the Toy Story, the two Toy Story 3 or 4 films. So yeah, I think it kind of like spied Tim Allen's career up. I don't think Tim Allen's career it's not successful in Tom Hanks. I think he's not on the same level, but he's kind of there. So yeah, I was talking about, yeah, that's, and people going to say, oh, you're not do, that's a crappy movie, but not a crappy movie, but a crappy movie review. I'm talking about the plot, about the film. That's the whole point of the movie review. You have to talk about the plot, you know, So anyway, so yeah, it kind of like plant the seeds of future Pixar films with the success of Toy Story, man. I give it 5 stars. I think it's one of the best, most successful film in Pixar. I think Pixar kind of lost its way over the years with the some films are good. I think others kind of like was a hit and miss. It's a point I'm like old and 25. I don't have time to watch some Pixar films. So I will do some more Pixar films in the future. Whether it's Bugs Life, Incredibles, Up, Monsters Inc. I'm not a big fan of Finding Nemo. I think it was, for me, I find it's disappointed. No, I don't say it's disappointing, but it's just not really my cup of tea. I think like it's funny. They did reference of movies in some of these films, in the film, but it's all about like a toy who's trying to, like Buzz and Woody. They're kind of like not enemies, but they're kind of like starting to be rivals, and after they kind of like develop a friendship. They're starting to become they're trying to rivals who's Andy's favorite, and then in the end they're just best friends. Friends. Man, I wish they do one of these days a film with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks doing a live action film. I think it'll be good. They work along with the Toy Story films. It's damn shame they never did a live action film together. I think it might be a attempt to be good. If it fails, at least it's tried, So anyway, so I'm gonna end it. So I'm gonna do this. Might not do it every other week. I might do it once every 2 weeks, depending on what film review I'm going to see. Whether it's a good film or a bad film, or even thumbs in the middle. So it's depending on what film I'm going to see. Whether it's a live action film or even or an animated film. You choice. So the reason why I just like to decide to do movie reviews. I haven't really, the last one I did was Guardians of the Galaxy. That was way back in the summer of last year, and then after that I was planning to do Batman vs Superman as the next movie review, but instead, I didn't do it. I kind of like went off, didn't really decide to do it, to do movie reviews. Yeah, I did a short movie review of Rambo, First Blood, and a mini review of Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. So, I will do movie reviews in the next in the future. I'll bring out some consistency. I might not do it every time, but I will do it once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. Just like write down in the comments below what movie review I will do, whether it's good, bad, or thumbs in the middle. I will do it for you. To my fellow Central Unit member. So I was joking about doing a 45-minute film. I'm not gonna do it, man. So I'm gonna end it, man. So that's my movie review on Toy Story. Hope you like it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button, and subscribe to the Central Mind Network YouTube channel. Sorry if it's not that great. I'm sorry. I did my best. I might not do a great movie review. It's just what you see, what you get. So this is the Central Man officially signing out. We'll probably see you in the next 2 weeks. Stay tuned for that, for another movie review.